with my frequency, my megahertz. The ends justify the means, use whatever works. I formulated it.
What's good, everybody? Demon D. We're back at it. Today we're at one of our flip houses. Actually, it was a long-term rental, and we may be thinking about flipping it. I may move into it, and I'm not really sure. But I know that a lot of people have been asking and talking about real estate in South Florida. And this house is actually located in South Florida. So I wanted to do this video and give you guys some tips and some information about things you guys may not have known about when you buy property in South Florida and live in another state. One such thing that people don't know about a lot of the times, and it's discussed but nobody ever really fully understands it, is the fact that with Florida real estate and out-of-state real estate in Florida specifically, if you buy a home here and you do not live in it or occupy it, it is considered an investor home. So what that means is, generally speaking, if you leverage a loan or you take a mortgage from a lender in the area or generally any area, they're going to charge you an extra 1% fee as an investor's fee. So what that means is, if you get an interest rate of 3.5% from a mortgage company, then you would definitely end up paying 4.5% interest, because as an investor and not living in the house, that would be the 1% add-on. So something to consider if you're thinking about coming down to sunny South Florida is, if you're going to assume a mortgage or take a mortgage on a piece of property, a condo, an apartment, understand that you may have to pay more in interest. Now, a workaround for that is, if you have an LLC or a business, you can try to purchase the property through the business, and then that sometimes may waive the 1% interest fee. Not in all cases, but I would suggest to definitely, if you do get interested, ask whoever your agent is about that, and actually speak to a couple of different private lenders so they could give you even more information on that. You don't have to go with them. Generally speaking, they'll give you good information if they're trying to win your business for a mortgage. So, for some people, 1% interest isn't a big deal. For some people, 1% interest can make or break them. And I just wanted to share that piece of information with you guys about Florida real estate. If you're interested in investing in Florida real estate and you're going to live somewhere else, this is only for people that are going to buy real estate here in Florida and live somewhere else. You're going to have to pay a 1% interest fee on your mortgage rate above whatever the prevailing rate is currently. Now, here's something else you guys probably do not know about sunny South Florida. Don't ever get deceived by the exterior of the buildings. A lot of the buildings here are newly built within the last 30 years. So the facade of the buildings tend to look nice, but the interiors are dated. This particular house here was built in 1993. And as you can see from these tiles, the color on the wall, the style of the windows, it looks like 1993. I've owned this house for several years. It's been rented out ever since, and the tenants didn't mind it because we kept it clean. But now I'm considering flipping this house, because I made some good money over rental over the years, and it would be a good opportunity for me to capitalize, cash in. I could pay for my Durango Hellcat. I could possibly buy another. So how are we going to un-1993 this house? Well, the first thing we did was, this was a wall here, and you see that? We took that out there. And this is an electric piece of conduit, so we're gonna grind that out of the concrete. We chose this way because, generally speaking, electricity feeds from the outer wall down here. It still could go this way, so we have our marker lines this way. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to cut this way and see if we can't remove that conduit out and remove the wire out completely. Going into the wall here, we'll be relocating our light switches in this wall, and we'll be relocating a light switch in this wall here. We close the top open so that we can get back in there, and then we'll do all our sheetrock work. Another thing that we're going to be doing is, we're going to be changing out all of these hi-hat lights that you see here. We're going to be putting new, fresh LED lighting in here, as well as a kitchen. We will be redoing the kitchen here. We got most of the stuff removed, cabinetry here. We've got all this stuff out here, and obviously, you do a kitchen in any flip remodel, this is the premium room that gets you the most money. Watch 10,000 videos of real estate, they're gonna tell you the same thing. But more importantly, when you're renovating a kitchen like this, and your house is older style, and you're trying to meet and marry everything together, you don't go so modern with the kitchen that it makes the house look older. So how would that happen? Well, you go and you buy the most state-of-the-art appliances, and you get this beautiful backsplash that's like never been seen before, and you put an outrageous floor, but you don't do those kind of modifications to the rest of the house. It makes the kitchen feel out of place and actually points out the downside of the other spaces. By doing something more modest, contemporary, something that matches the style of the house, that once we get done doing the other things to the house, the two will marry together and bring the whole house to a current kind of time period together without being stuck in 1993. That's the renovation we're going for. So I'll walk you into the bedroom here. You know, you can see here, in this bedroom, we're gonna replace the ceiling fan. You see this old ceiling fan here? That can't stay next to that kitchen. You've got to put a new ceiling fan. In here in the closet, this is all 1993 IKEA kind of closet thing. We're gonna have to modernize that, but these are small investments. Small investment in this closet, small investment on the fan, a little investment on paint. We're gonna be redoing baseboards. This floor is actually redone not too long ago, so we're gonna restore it. You know, in the bathroom here, we're gonna do some renovations here to bring everything up to date. Everything functions in this house, and the house is actually phenomenal for being built when it was built. It actually really has a lot of value. So here's the laundry room. In here, we've got a half bathroom. This is kind of complete except for flooring. We have a new vanity. We have a new toilet. And then we're gonna be replacing that light up there completely. But this room here, we can close off because this is all up to date, and it will match what we have out here without having to have spent so much money. Now, this is something that we had to do. We're gonna be ripping carpet out of here. We ripped the carpet off the stairs. I'm really not sure if we're gonna sand this. I was trying to see if there was some kind of a patina beach look I could make out of this, and I've been watching a couple of tutorial videos. If it comes out nice, great. If it doesn't, we're just gonna cover over it. We're either gonna go over it with more wood or wood stairs or the same tile. We'll bring it up and we'll come all the way up to the platform here. And then we'll come all the way up here to the second floor. And as you can see, in these Florida style homes, now that I've opened that space up, you actually have a view from up here all the way out the window, out to the backyard bar, almost all the way into the kitchen, looking over the whole beautiful living room. And when that floor is over, beautiful, done, it's gonna all look great. We're also gonna be power washing those windows, and we're gonna be updating the window treatments, as well as all the baseboarding and molding around the doors here. Then on the second floor here, we just really need to, this whole second floor is in pretty good shape. We just need to renovate paint-wise. I got a new ceiling fan coming for that there. Again, 1993 white and gold, nobody's having that. Then we come over to the bathroom. This bathroom, we redid the floor not too long ago. We're gonna steam clean the grout. We did this vanity, the toilet, and we're gonna just clean in the shower area. And even the door, I mean, is in great shape. So this bathroom, for the most part, I might change that shower head. The faucet's pretty new. We got a new medicine cabinet. I'm gonna change that vanity light. So that's what I talk about, bringing things up to light. I'm gonna change the color in here. I'm gonna change a faucet head. I'm gonna change a light, and those things will tie this room into the rest of the house, along with the new tile floor that we did and the vanity that we did over the years while the renter was in. So that's why buying a house and renting it for a while is good, because while the renters were in here, we were able to do some of this work, and while we were collecting rent, we were able to update the house. So that now we get to this point, all I gotta do is put a closet door here. I'll change this fan out again for a modern look. We'll put the closet door up, we'll put that organizer back, and these are kids' rooms up here basically, so they don't have to be too fancy. I'll take you in the next room, see? The boys. So, and then you got the doors for the closet in here. You see you got some kind of organization going on here. We've got our cable connection, and the floor again. This whole second floor is just gonna get a coat of paint, couple of lights. We'll change this grill out, you know, little things like that that'll freshen it up and bring it up to date. Is it gonna be fancy? No. Is it gonna be super crazy? No. But what it will be is modernized, cleaned up to date, and I anticipate that this $10,000 I'm gonna put in should bring me a $25,000 to $50,000 return at the final sale, on top of facilitating a fast sale. My budget for this renovation is $10,000, all done and said. And that's right, I said $10,000, and I'm doing a kitchen, and I'm fixing every room and painting in this house. How am I doing? Well, one of the good things about sunny South Florida is there's many businesses, contractors, commercial places, all in one space. So if you go to a cabinet guy and you don't like the price, you don't like what they did for you, you can go to another cabinet guy right next door. And next door to him is another cabinet guy. And in a lot of these neighborhoods, the cabinet guy lives there. So by increasing your network in the area, you'll get better pricing, you'll get more value, and then again, you'll be able to do an entire kitchen over for $7,000. Lou, how is this possible? I spent $1,800 on appliances. I spent $2,200 on cabinets. I spent $1,500 on countertop. So that puts us at like what, $6,500 or something like that. My guy to do it is gonna charge me about $1,500 labor, so that's $8,000 that I'm in. The rest of the $2,000 that I have, I buy paint, I buy flooring, I buy whatever I can in that budget. It helps me make decisions fast. One of the things you gotta be careful when you're in sunny South Florida is when you buy a house down here, you have to know the cap of the neighborhood. Because just because you build a house down here that's ostentatious and beautiful and everything, that does not mean people are gonna buy it. Florida is a very large place. People drive already inherently to go places. So if they have to move a little further to get something a little cheaper, they will. Which that in turn makes it very hard to jack up the price when they know the neighborhood top is 500,000, 400,000, 600,000, whatever have you. Now, why did I buy this particular house? Well, this particular house, the main reason I bought it is because this house has something that immediately increases the value of the house in Florida as long as it's maintained by the HOA and cared for well. But this is what people come to Florida for, and I'm gonna show it to you right now. That's right. I have a gorgeous freshwater lake in my yard. That's a mango tree, by the way. That's a baby mango tree. I'll show you here the pop-up. That tree grew from a mango that fell. There's my neighbor's coop. There's the dog. That's the other. That's the big Papa mango tree. So, you know, and that's it. This is what we do out here. We hang out. See? Neighbors got dogs. Hey, puppy. Yep. And then you see, you go over here. We fish in this lake. There's tons of fresh fish. There's tons of all kinds of stuff going on in this lake. We get otters. We get all kinds of animals. Birds come down and feed over here. So it's really, you know, it's really a peaceful place to just sit and watch and hang out. It's like having it's like having Discovery Channel 4K at your fingertips. And I'm inside my screen house, so no mosquitoes. I got a couple of skylights here to let some light in. And then we have a bar here outside where we drink and hang out and do what we do. So yeah, listen, I'm no guru. I'm no real estate expert. I'm just sharing with you guys what works for me in my life. And what I've learned is that by sharing this experience, not everybody's the same, but for the folks that are like-minded like myself, that get what I'm saying and think that that could work for them, I hope this information helps you understand a little bit better of some of the things you may encounter coming down to sunny South Florida without really knowing what is to expect. So again, that's to recap, you got a 1% interest rate over a regular rate as an investor if you're not gonna live in the house. You wanna try to get a house with a water feature in the yard. It helps you rent it and it helps you on resale tremendously. You definitely want an inspection on the air conditioning system and the roof, as those are very detrimental in Florida. You want a mold inspection because you want to make sure the house doesn't have any mold. Sometimes if a house goes for a long time with the air conditioning off, it will create mold and then you'll have a bigger problem than you want to deal with. But ultimately, and at the end of the day, what it all comes down to is you're going to spend money, and you know, if you know what to expect, then you won't get hurt. And if you're coming to a place, I would say whatever price range you were going to spend, knock 10% off of that and start looking in that price range so that you could get your bearings and your feet under you. And having 10% on the back burner will allow you to kind of navigate through the unknown. Any which way, I'm not going to talk to you too much because I got to get to work. These fans ain't going to hang themselves. These tiles ain't going to lay themselves. Demon D, hope y'all are staying blessed. We're going to flip this house. We're going to pay for the Durango. We're going to invest in another one. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I also own the house next door.